Yeah, so current information that I know is wildfire developed yesterday about 2 miles northeast of Brimson, Minnesota, which about half an hour away from, oh, I'm sorry, north of Duluth is what
Yeah.
I'll say. And the fire developed around 1 o'clock in the afternoon
Okay.
during red flag warning conditions. So with those red flag warning conditions, we're experiencing a moment right now where we've got incredible dryness. The humidities are really low, down in the teens as far as percentage. Strong gusty winds and really warm temperatures. And so wildfires that develop in these conditions often take off and spread very rapidly. And that's what we saw yesterday. Uh, Presently, the fire is still at 0% containment. We do have firefighters that have been on the scene yesterday, overnight, and we've got now an incident management team in place that's helping to coordinate the response efforts. Along with the response on the ground yesterday, there were multiple aircraft that were brought in that were capable of dropping water and fire retardant to help cool and slow down the fire's progression yesterday. With that incident management team in place, they can more strategically think through the amount of firefighters that are needed on the ground, as well as any additional aircraft response. So it's likely that aircraft will be seen not only today, but likely into tomorrow.
What would be the biggest challenge right now, Leanne, as far as fighting from the air and on the ground? I mean, is it wind? Are you looking at the forecast the next few days? What's giving you guys the most trouble?
Yeah, so from the air, wind is going to be very challenging. We've got smaller aircraft that are typically used on wildfires here in Minnesota. So we're very cognizant of those wind speeds and the impact that that can have on aircraft. Always we promote firefighter safety, whether that's on the ground or up in the air. For the folks that are on the ground responding, it's very dry conditions, very volatile with the low humidity. And then you get those strong gusty winds that mix in. So where we can, we strategize in utilizing aircraft to, as I stated, help cool and slow down the active flames so that firefighters can then get in closer to that fire and work on hot spots as they work to establish a line around the fire that will help to grow containment.
And how about people sort of in that area and in the path of where this is moving? I think the sheriff said it's sort of moving northeast. How quickly is it spreading, and what's your message for people who may be in that path?
Yes, I don't have a current size. The 750 was what was estimated yesterday evening. With these strong gusty winds, it is likely that that fire will grow. And the sheriff is absolutely right. It's southerly wind, so that's going to push that fire more northward. Just in general, I mean, firefighters are taking the conditions very seriously today. If you're in the local area, we ask that you refrain from getting close to that fire. Allow the firefighters to do the work that they need to. There's likely to be a lot of equipment moving in and about. We're doing our best to get information out so we can keep folks informed of changes and developments. We do have information site through the NC webpage that folks can tune into and check on current information that we have available. Beyond that, just being very aware of the current weather conditions. It's a red flag warning, which means that we're in the right conditions based on humidity, based on how dry the vegetation, so the grasses, the shrubs, the brush, the trees, how quickly that they will catch and carry fire. Those warnings are issued so people can be prepared. These are not days to engage in anything with it that can lead to a potential wildfire. So a quick spark, being cognizant if you're outdoors on recreational vehicles, not to park over grass. Even if you're heading down the road, pulling a trailer, making sure that those chains are secure on your trailer and not dragging on the ground. And by all means, these are not days to engage in activities where you are burning brush or yard debris piles.
Yeah.
The Minnesota DNR has a website where you can check current conditions. And if you look at the fire danger today, it is bright red. It's extreme fire danger today throughout Minnesota, and that's based on those conditions. And then you can also check current burning restrictions. And currently, statewide, Minnesota has restrictions in place. No burning allowed. Campfires are still allowed, but be very mindful. If you do engage in a campfire, which it is not recommended, making sure that it is very small and that you put it completely out so it's cold to the touch. Drown, stir, repeat, and make sure that any embers that hold on to heat are out cold.
Interesting. Okay, yeah, I'm glad you mentioned that. People might be thinking, well, it's up in that part of the state where we often see wildfires, but we just talked about one in Granite Falls not too long ago here that's been put out, and all over the state right now, you are susceptible to this at an extreme level. So, thank you, Leanne Langeberg, Minnesota Incident Command System. We appreciate it.
Yes, thank you for having me on today.
Okay, take care.
Stay safe.
Yeah, you too.